You've been dumped, your heart is broken, and you feel this intense amount of pressure that's all based around time. You've been counting the days since the breakup. It's been 12 days and 7 hours. 22 days after the breakup, they were out with another person. 42 days, and I should have moved on by now. Remember that video I posted a couple weeks ago saying to get a planner for anything breakup related? Wink. First and foremost, this whole notion of time. It's such a human thing. It's so cute how we think that it's a form of measurement for anything real. Jokes aside, we put so much stress on time and time management in this world. Speaking from an American standpoint, it's work, 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 clock in, clock out, alarm clock for this, schedule that, get 8 hours of sleep. Thanks, Henry fucking Ford, for the 9 to 5. Back to being dumped. It's completely out of your control. You probably didn't agree with the decision for it to end. You're feeling helpless and you're looking for something that you can grasp at. You probably think there's some sort of time window where you might be able to get them back. You're looking at relationship websites, trying to find some answers on how you can measure the time before you are totally forgotten forever. You're living in the past and you're living in the future. The only time you need to be paying attention to is the present moment right now.
Whatever your ex is doing that day, that is their journey. You are not living your own life when you are using your energy and your power to monitor the days with someone else as your concern. So slow down, do things for yourself, and don't worry about the time. But just as with everything in life, there is balance. So if you find yourself in a frozen state where you are numb and you can't do anything to love yourself, you are in a trauma response. The frozen response is one of 4 bodily trauma responses. I actually posted a video about that last week as well. It is a little bit wordy, but go check it out and see which ones you resonate with. It is important to learn about basic human psychology and the patterns that we all exude. You are, of course, a unique individual, but it can be helpful to learn some basics because if you can relate to something, it can help possibly remedy you with that mind-body connection. And if you're able to do that, you can move to the next step of connecting to your heart. When we have trauma, we can use that pain to make a decision on where we want our life to go. Trauma itself doesn't kill you, but it does reduce the quality of life, especially when you are stuck in a response. Think of trauma as being disconnected, and healing is reconnecting everything, sewing it all back together. Every time you think about the bad things that went down, your body doesn't know the difference between a memory and what is actually happening. So every time that you ruminate about the breakup conversation, you look at their social media, you give them any of your attention and power, your body is reliving that pain over and over again as if it's actually happening. Take the time to grieve, but also be intellectually aware that there's going to have to come a time where you have to face it, get out of the denial, and make the full acceptance that yes, this is over. Stop holding on and reliving to something. With all the love in your heart and gratitude, let it go and say goodbye. If there is a time in the future where you two do end up getting back together, that is going to be a brand new relationship, a brand new bond. So you have to say goodbye to this old relationship anyway. In order for that new relationship, that new bond to be successful this time around, the old relationship is done and in the past, and it needs to stay in the past. And think about it this way too. If you both have gone through your own journey and have grown and have some self-love, you're going to have so much to talk about and share. But the future doesn't exist. The past is already said and done. We're in the present moment. Today, use the time today to become an expert in yourself.